Happy Friday, ladies. How are y'all? I'm so glad that today is Friday because I get to chill with the Big Daddy tomorrow. Do you understand what I'm saying? He doesn't have any appointments, so it's time for leg intertwining and that type of stuff, staring into each other's eyes and that type of shit. Just doing a whole bunch of wife jackassing around here. Hey, religion free, how are you? Beautiful stranger is here. Miss Athena's here. Princess Wells. Hey, Egypt. How are you? Lady Posh is in the building. Talks with TK is in here. Who else we got? We got French Tips, Nude Lips. I love that name. Pretty, no, Miss Pretty Nurse 83. How the fuck I get fucked up on that? Hey, girl, how you doing? VN Training is here. Who else we got? Geisha Peach. She's always here, and that's wonderful, and it's very, very appreciated. Y'all, let me ask y'all a question. I don't know how old everybody is, but do y'all remember when the older black women in our families used to say, "You're gonna fuck around and find out that fat meat is greasy." Um, Fat meat is indeed greasy. Y'all, it was brought to my attention actually by Egypt, to be honest with you. Shout out to Egypt. That there was some post on Facebook that didn't age too well. You see, when somebody tells you something and try to warn you about something, it's up to you to take their advice, take or not take their advice, okay? And the consequences is going to be on you as well. You can't come back and then say y'all didn't say this, you didn't say that. It's up to you. Sit back, think about what's the next logical move, and then you make your move, right? Let me share my screen real quick and see who's back here as well. Okay. I put this little collage together real quick because these are the women that have been taken up off this planet the last couple of weeks, right? The most recent cases type shit. As you can see with the collage, they're all different shades of brown, all different ages from 20s to late 40s. There was some to 50s even. I chose 9 of them and I just wanted you to take a look at their faces and what was missing. Were they minding their business? Were they in an intimate partner relationship? Were they arguing with somebody else? All these women got different stories, but they all have in common that y'all won't see them tomorrow. You won't. This dark skinned woman right here was an actual activist. She was an asset to her community. It didn't help. It didn't help the thoughts. It don't help the activists. It don't help anybody to continue to deal with and live around black folk. It just is what it is. Blackistan, it ain't it. But one of the other women that got taken up off of here, y'all remember her, right? From about a week or so ago, maybe even 2 weeks, could be. I don't know. But this is Ashley Lockhart and her ashy ass baby daddy. She's the one that had 6 daughters or has 6 daughters because they're still here. Okay. By this son of a bitch over here on the right with that dazed and confused look on his face. What is it about individual black women after they see all these examples that they will sit up and tell you, not all, take your chances because everybody's not like that. You don't realize that they're sending you back into a flame, or maybe you do and want to voluntarily go back into that flame. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with us, but something is wrong. Something is deadly wrong. Okay, Ashley, she's no longer here. R.I.P. to her. Okay, and may that thing in the corner, rest in piss. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say here, y'all. This was Ashley on March 12th, 2021. Okay, she says, I will never feel guilty about having so many children. They are definitely all I ever wanted. So for those of you who look down on women that have multiple children, ask yourself, do you take care of them? That question didn't age well. Because somebody's having to take care of them babies now. That shit didn't age well. It always gets me when somebody that's fucking up got all that mouth. Somebody that has fucked up got all that mouth. Also be trying to teach people shit on top of that. You done became somebody baby mama. You done got this. You done got your ass whooped. Whatever your situation is. They got some good fucking index fingers, don't they? They always pointing and talking shit. People that fuck up the most talk the most shit. I swear to God. Okay. I say that to say this. Watch what you put out here. Be more cognizant of what your actual situation is and what and know that it's a difference between what you're dreaming it for it to be. What your actual situation is not what others see. And I know you don't give a fuck what nobody else think. I got it. But you end up like this every time. Like Ashley. How do we reconcile all this bullshit, ladies? Okay, she said the answer is to focus on your own life. Really? She got a bragging point down here. Her 5 children got the same daddy. Remember, that daddy that she's talking about, she got 6, by the way. She had another one after this. That daddy left a blade sticking out of the top of her skull. Y'all remember that? He left a blade sticking on top of her skull, but she pointing at you, telling you need to mind your business, right? All of my kids got the same daddy. The fact that that's a bragging point in the black community, shame. Absolutely shame. But she did another one, okay? Ladies, watch out for women that say female all the goddamn time. Usually they got some black power hotep shit because that's what hotep niggas like to do. They like to call you females and shit like that. You're an actual woman. A dog can be a female. Watch out for women like that. She says on November 22nd, 2020, to the females with no children, Choose your child's father wisely. You can't make this shit up. I need a break, Aaliyah.
I mean, like I said before, it's always the ones who have already chosen horribly who claim to be the experts on the subject matter. And it's always been that way. When you think about it, some of the women in the worst marriages with the worst husbands will preach to you all about the sanctity of marriage when most of their husbands are whores who will nail anything with a pulse. And most likely got several bastards outside of the marriage to prove it. They'll tell you how to find good men when they can't get or keep one. They'll tell you how to get marriage proposals, but they're still girlfriends and baby mamas. Because make no mistake about it, it don't matter if all her children was by the same man or not. She was still just a baby mama at the end of the day while she was sitting on her ass trying to shade other women for not having babies by different men. I don't know what made her think that her situation was any different. And in fact, he showed her that she was no different than the rest when he took her ass right on up out of here. See, those are the consequences because what women need to understand while they keep so recklessly sending out the message that it's just okay to just keep straight up fucking these men, no strings attached. That's the message you want to keep
Child,
giving young girls,
you
that
better
it's
preach.
okay to just be giving up pussy out of both draw legs. But you got to understand, it's their intimate partners that they're taking out. That's when they get the most angry, aggressive, and the most violent. When you think that you just gonna play these types of fucking games with them and just get up and kick them out or you leave or whatever the case gonna be, that's when they decide to either whoop your ass. And playing these types of games is what will get you beat the fuck up or stabbed the fuck up. And she had to learn the hard way by getting stabbed to death and ended up with a blade sticking out of her fucking skull. So you
Okay?
need to be careful the type of advice that you're giving these girls when you making them think it's okay to lay around and play these games with these unstable ass men instead of getting the fuck on.
Y'all, that's a word right there. Let me tell you something else. She had the nerve to put from the genes right down to the family support system. Y'all remember this is the same woman whose cousin got up and took up for the baby daddy, saying he doesn't know what got into the support system. You preaching from a pile of shit. The mountain in which you stand upon is made of pure feces. How dare you? Ladies, there are some women alive today, right now, pulling this same shit. Right now, telling you how to deal with a black man. Look, if you're dealing with one, good luck to you. As I've proven so far, I will cover your story. I will. Good luck to you if you still think you got the juice to tame an animal, because that's what he is. He's an animal. But this story gets a little bit more weird, y'all. Let's go down a little bit more because we finna rock some shit out tonight. Y'all remember this beautiful girl here? I'm not jumping topics. This is the same story. This right here is Alexis Gridiron. Do y'all remember her? Well, she saw Ashley's story and she said, "Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible." So much so that she went on her Facebook page and shared the situation. Okay, got some hearts over the baby girls' faces because they don't deserve this embarrassment. Okay, she shared the story because she was appalled at it. That was on August 6th. Let's look at the comment section. What the fuck do y'all think happened next? What y'all think happened next? What you think happened next? Okay, let's fuck it. Let's find out what happened next. Okay, pretty little girls. Oh, it was her turn. It was her turn. Alexis gets her own Facebook post because 4 days later, her Dusty came and got her the fuck up out of here. See, like I said, keep playing Russian roulette with these niggas and you gonna get what you get. Up here, she's appalled. Like, what? Oh my God, this is terrible. 4 days later, I mean, we couldn't even get a week out the deal. Here she is with her own fucking post. Shane, what? What?
I'm just saddened and floored with all of this, and this just didn't have to happen. And I can just say that, I guess I can count myself amongst the lucky ones, because, at one point in time I was dealing with an abusive neighbor, and just by, sheer luck, I happened to make it out alive. So I don't take anything for granted, and I've learned to, just any type of red flag, even if he just makes me uncomfortable in the slightest, I go ahead and leave, and I don't deal with it anymore, because I'm not going to test fate and keep playing around and end up losing my life.
Y'all, Shane, I'm so sorry about that. And I'm glad you got your shit together, recognized the flags, and got the fuck on.
Shane?
How how many times do y'all think that this actually happened and nobody put the pieces together? How many women do you think shared posts of other women that were unalive by niggers, right? And the next thing you know, they 6 feet deep. I didn't catch this. This is not mine. Egypt showed this to me. And the shit hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm sitting here looking at because I was confused at first. I'm like, what this got to do? What's going on? Then I was like, oh shit. Hell no. So you can recognize when somebody else's situation is trash, right? But when it's you, we better not talk about your situation. We better not talk about niggas with tattoos and that type of shit because you know better. You do better. You ain't the typical baby mama. You ain't that. You can talk about everybody else. Listen, I can only go so far with it, right? Back in my teenage years, I used to feel sorry for black folk because of what was fed to me. Never gave a nigga a chance. That he never did that. Hallelujah. We finna go back to church in a second. But I had to check that too. Being a black woman, they don't give a fuck about you in that community. I know it's tough to believe, but it's true. They are dropping y'all like flies left, right, and center. And when it makes, when the puzzles come together like this, it's scarier than what I thought. Ebony, do you see what happened here?
Exactly. Shane, I'm really glad you got out of that, but I do have to correct you, dear. You are not lucky. You just woke the fuck up.
Hey,
That's the difference. You used the sense in your head with some deductive reasoning, saw what was going on, and said, hell, I'm not going through that anymore. You didn't say, oh, it's not going to happen to me. Because you know what? All my siblings and I have the same last name. That was 5 of us. And the only person who actually fed us was our mother. And that fool almost killed her in front of us. Okay? So, all of these women could have been my mother. Okay? All right? So she's dead at 38. But we all have the same last name. What the hell does that mean?
ladies,
Nothing.
I'm telling you, this ain't it.
Nothing.
This ain't it. This ain't it. You are special to someone, but you're not special to black men. Let me put that out there. I don't give a fuck what he's telling you. I don't give a fuck what he's saying. I don't give a fuck if you think you're an empath and you looking into his dusty ass eyes and thinking you seeing some shit. You ain't seeing it, boo. You ain't
DZ.
seeing it. Yes.
All these ladies are, if you're messing with a black guy, you are a placeholder. You just don't know it.
Mm, you can't make this shit up.
You're a
You
placeholder. And you can be replaced at any time.
They're always looking to replace you, whether it be through dumping you, whether it be through, like she said, holding you as a placeholder, giving you that baby, because you know how emotional we get. I want my kid's daddy to be in his life. Bitch, he didn't even want your teeth in your mouth. That's why he removed them. What is wrong with you? Do you not have any self-preservation? Okay. After you gotta go. These two women here, I know she probably compared her situation to the other lady's situation. Okay. This one right here at least left the situation. He came and got her as an ex, but check it out. You don't have to be a black man's ex. Let's think if Alexis didn't even get into the situation to begin with, sitting
Thank
up here
you.
talking about she got standards, I got stuff that is certain things that I just I'm not gonna give in on. He had everything. Girl, do you see that that's a nigga? Do you see
Thank
that
you.
that's a dusty ass nigga?
And he could act. That's the thing. Hashtag all. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Hashtag all. Keep yourself safe. And what the best way to do that is hashtag all. Leave them all alone. Because they're murking women. They don't even know. They're murking women. They don't even know. They will mess you up in the train station.
It's the attitude for me.
Yeah, I told
This
you it's. Go ahead.
this is her banner pic, Alexis banner pic on her Facebook page. I just find it so apropos.
That's so ghetto. I'm sorry.
Listen, one thing is this though. She got her wish. Hoes ain't finna be in her business no more. She has
Nope.
no more business. She has
Nope.
no more business. It's the attitude for me. It's the stay the fuck out my face. It's the mind your business. It's he ain't like that. You just mad because some black man did you dirty, bitch. I ain't never been in a relationship with no nigga. Fuck wrong with you. Did me dirty how? What are you talking about?
And see how
Yeah.
long ago I said that they always had this fucked up type attitude anytime anybody try to say something to them about it. And it's like if you didn't want anybody in your business, why the fuck would you put certain things out there? You put that shit out there because you be looking for a reaction. And when you get one, that's when you get a fucking attitude. When you see it, everybody not gonna praise you like you thought, then that you got a fucking attitude. But you invited the world into your business when you posted certain shit. But they the ones always sitting there with the biggest fucking attitudes. And it's like, girl, your situation is fucked up. You ain't heard me by talking
But
this shit.
Aaliyah, they would rather be jack-o'-lanterns with the knife stuck in the head rather than being a woman safe.
Remember, y'all, you just jealous. You just jealous. These
Okay.
women are fools. These women's are they're fools. Let me stop sharing this for a second so I can show y'all who y'all dealing with. Ladies, get rid of your mammy friend. Get rid of all that bullshit. Get rid of the Blackistani mindset. Just dump it all. Dump that shit into the sea of goddamn unending pit. Cause this right here is who you dealing with. They don't have any sense whatsoever. And the only thing that matters is the comfortability of black men, the approval of black men, the validation from black men. Listen to this foolishness now.
For one Memphis woman, a fight with a neighbor all started with what she was wearing earlier this month outside her own home.
With the sports bra and the short set to go with it.
Look at this goddamn goofy bitch. I always got a goofy bitch to show y'all. Okay? Look at this goofy motherfucker. Look at that neighborhood. You can tell the people there don't make a lot of money. Okay? And in order to get some sort of validation, she's a mom now. Bringing her ass in the halter top. She look at her face while she's describing it. Homegirl thought she was doing the damn thing. These are mammies. Let's keep going.
And I came outside to get my kids in the car and boom, there go the bomb.
That bomb she's referring to was her neighbor just across the street, who is said to have become worked up over Jerice Williams' wardrobe.
I was not in the proper attire for her, and she started to come outside. And
the mammy across the street was upset that her man, her Dusty, her son of a bitch, was looking at this crazy ass goofy bitch with the halter top on. All of this is a clusterfuck. Get rid of your mammy friends, okay? This woman here with all this gold in her mouth, and you can barely see the whites of her eyes because the lashes is serving as fans and shit. Okay, this is somebody's mother, by the way. Finish the story.
and say it's not gonna work.
Jerice says her neighbor of 9 years, LaDonna Bassett, seen here in her mugshot.
We good? We good?
Oh my God. Oh
she
my
beat
God.
this woman's ass because she was wearing a halter top and her nigga looked at her. It gets better, y'all.
Disapproved of her clothing after it's alleged Bassett's boyfriend began gawking.
She felt like I was coming outside dressed for him.
This is said to have enraged Bassett, who's accused of crossing the street before crossing the line when she Reese's home.
When I turned around and and I seen her in the living room, I was really in shock.
That shock turning into a full out fight right here on the front line. Still, Jerice says she makes no apologies for her captivating charisma.
No, and I got my different little outfits that I like to wear.
These are the women that y'all out here sharing a dating pool with. These are the women that y'all are sharing a dating pool with. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Anything that this woman likes, you better get it off your menu.
Well, she was looking for attention and she got it. She just didn't know that attention would buy her ass whooping from the lady across the street. Oh,
I can't
this
do
the
this.
most ghetto shit.
Watch to the end, y'all. Okay. Let me make it look like I'm lying. She's gonna go into a Power Ranger stance. I shit you not. Let's go.
And that's just a part of my personality.
You might just say it is a crime to be cute. What started with one neighbor wearing a two-piece ended with another neighbor being arrested, now facing 2 charges. For now, Bassett is behind bars. Jerice says she's certain sooner.
There go that nigga Jesus. Why is he always around in some way, shape, or form whenever these mammy bitches get to acting a damn fool? Why is he always around somehow? What's happening here? Go.
Or rather than later, she will again see what she calls her neighbor's Power Ranger move when it's alleged Bassett goes.
Bam. I'm leaving that right there. I'm leaving that right there. These y'all people, I refuse to claim them. I refuse to call anybody that does any of this shit a friend of mine. I don't have anything in common with this woman. She would really hate my guts from the top of my head to the bottom of the soles of my feet. She'd hate me because I would have nothing but corrective things to say to her because, baby, these are the attitudes that you see right before you see what I just showed you a second ago, which is unaliving. These are the women that love these. Can you tell yourself, are you anything like this? You should not be interested in the same men that this woman is interested in. I swear to you, it ain't worth it. Pro-white male, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna drop you down, boo. Let's see. Bucky, how are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay.
I want to say hello, ladies.
Hi.
I'm so glad I caught you guys again. It's like my 3rd time on here. But to like add on to this story that just been played out, like years ago in my city, a mammy, it was like a family get together, whatever, and a mammy got jealous of her own niece, thinking that she was coming on to her husband, and she ended up unaliving her before the end of the day.
This type of shit happens all the time in the Black community, and it's not new. This
And
is
the girl was
always
even
happened.
a teenager. She was a teenager,
It
like
don't
14
matter.
years old.
Remember now, Black men are allowed to lust after teenage girls, and Black women will say, "Well, okay, well, that's just to say, well, he only 19, bitch. What? That's not a deal breaker in the Black community."
No, it's not, DZ. I was thrown out of 3 people's houses. 3 because somebody thought their husband was looking at me.
I've had it happen too. I had somebody
Yeah.
tell my mother, "Watch your daughter because she's looking like she's growing up." I didn't know what the fuck that meant until I got a little bit older when I thought about it. Okay.
Why watch
Same
you?
thing. It's very common. It happened to me as well. I mean, multiple times by family members and people that, that weren't related to me. Did they just feel any type of threat from any type of young woman? And that's where a lot of this trauma just starts. I mean, the little girl is 9, 10 years old. And like for me, I developed early. So I started wearing a training bra at 9. And so I was really sexualized by strangers at age 9. And it was ridiculous. Her hips are spreading. Oh shoot. She already in a training bra. She gonna have some big old titties. What? I'm 9, bitch. What, you really saying that shit to me?
Yeah. That's the community though. That's part of the culture. And Eve, I'll set your cameras on. That's why I haven't brought you up. You gotta cut your camera off, boo, because it's a little bit too controversial around here. You know, those that show their face can only tell half truths because they have to protect their livelihood and that type of stuff. So whenever you cut your camera off, I got you. You keep cutting it on and off. Once that stabilized, I'll get you. Okay? All right. It's on you, Aaliyah.
I mean, I really have nothing else to say about this. This shit is ridiculous. I mean, we all know when it comes to young girls in this community, it's always about them being fast or them, being flirtatious or doing the wrong thing or wearing the wrong thing. It's never about the fact that grown ass men don't have any business looking at girls their age. It's never him, it's always what she did or what she needs to do or what she needs to change about herself. It's never about, well, you a grown ass man, you supposed to know better. Don't you have any self-control? Why are you looking at somebody's child in that manner? Even if her body is developing, why in the fuck are you noticing shit like that? Why the fuck are you
Thank you.
looking, nigga? I will pluck
And
your fucking eyes out your head. I got two nieces, and if I even think you looking at either one of them sideways, you might as well call your mammy and make sure she paid your insurance policy. And
Aaliyah,
I'm
though, why don't
serious.
they hit the guy? Why don't somebody say, "Well, I'm looking at this 11-year-old. She fine." Why don't somebody just knock the guy out?
Yeah, it's always about what she was wearing, what she was doing, how she fast she is, how she conducted herself. It's like, no, even in the eyes of the law, they have already told you children can't consent, meaning even they don't give a fuck what the child did. The adult is supposed to know better. But we
Ladies,
are the only community that will sit up and blame the kids, mostly the girls, about this shit.
black women, those of you that still prefer black men, you are a soldier. You are a very stupid soldier, but you're a soldier. You have a lot to contend with. Your competition game must be fierce because you have to compete with other women, both black, white, Asian, Hispanic. You have to compete with children, okay? Both male and female of all ages. You have to compete with animals, okay? You have to compete
Dolphins.
you have to compete with other men. You have to
Mhm.
compete with him having some sort of. Sometimes the person don't even have to be alive. How many times have I showed a necrophilia ass story up here with some nigga touching on somebody that's barely breathing or ain't breathing at all? That's a lot of competition. So you better tie up your shoes. Oh, did we find out whether Fashion Nova sells sneakers? Your Fashion Nova sneakers. Tie them up because your competition is gonna be fierce. You need to stretch before you start running that competition, bitch, because it's a lot. All right.
But DZ, even if she wins, she's lost. Look
Don't
at what
tell
she
them.
won.
Listen, I'm throwing a ton of shade because there's still women out here telling motherfucking black women that there's a way to still sleep with black men, that it comes as second nature, that is biological and all this shit here. Somebody used the an example of if you hungry, eat a sandwich or whatever. Well, if you have no self-control, absolutely eat that sandwich. But what if you're on a corrective diet? What if you were prescribed something different because you have high blood pressure or diabetes or something like that? You don't just grab the sandwich, you have to get standards. You have to 86 some of that shit out of your shit so that you don't die, so you don't get sick, so that you don't pass away, so you don't have health issues, i.e., STDs, that type of shit. So if it's just as simple as having a sandwich because you're hungry, you have poor pussy management skills. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to start thinking with your head and not your goddamn coochie. This is ridiculous. Tina, are you dusty? Child,
Okay.
you threw a shot, but it didn't work, baby. It didn't work. You gotta press play faster than that, Tina. Oh, y'all throw some hearts in the chat for Tina. She a bit slow. And she's still in love with black males. So it's gonna be tough on her tonight. It's gonna be tough on you every goddamn night around here because there's no exceptions, boo. Period. Anyway, pro white male. Is your mic working yet?
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
It's all good. What's going on?
Nothing much. I don't mean to change the topic, but you heard what Dr. Umar is trying to do, right?
No, because I don't follow Dr. Umar because fuck him.
Hmm. Well, I know. Well, you know what my motto is.
I'm confused confused. What is he trying to do?
Oh, you guys don't even know? He's trying to overturn Loving versus Virginia.
Listen, when I told you that I didn't know what Umar was doing, I meant that with all my heart and soul. I have no clue what that fucking dog faced nigga got going on. I literally don't follow him.
He
Don't
just
insult the dog.
he just wrote a petition and sent it to the Supreme Court to overturn Loving versus Virginia.
Mhm.
And why is that? Why does he even care about shit like that?
Yeah, why?
Come on, you guys should know why. Because they don't want us leaving, so they can't use us and abuse us anymore.
So
But I'm gonna
hold
send
us
you guys.
hostage.
I'm gonna send you guys the information.
I don't
A
want to see
black
that
man
ugly
is not
man.
even trying to. The black man is not trying to marry in the first place. Even if they step out the race, they're not trying to marry no one. So that's
Correct,
kind of
because yeah,
defeating its purpose.
Bucky
right.
Hart, let me tell you and pro white male something real quick. The fact that he sent that up there, he's gonna make enemies out of black men. Do you understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Black men were the ones that beat Lovin in Virginia to that case. They weren't the first case. A black man was the first one to ask for interracial marriage. So
Correct.
I don't know what Umar think he's doing, but he's gonna make enemies out of his fellow niggas. That's what he's gonna do because they want interracial marriage, right? So I don't know what kind of stunt he trying to pull. Maybe it's he finna do another begging campaign for the non-existent school or whatever. But black women ain't worried about that kind of shit. Y'all, me and my husband had to talk. I asked him, "What you gonna do?" They overturned Loving versus Virginia. My motherfucking husband said, "There's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm just gonna adopt your ass." And we dropped the subject. How about that part? How about that part? So fuck Umar and everything he got going on.
And this is sad. I mean, the thing is, I think we're too mixed up now for them to even try to take that back, even if they wanted to. And thanks to all the swirling that black men have done, we're so mixed up, they couldn't even roll that back, even if they wanted to. There's so many mixed families across the board, thanks to black men. They have basically infiltrated every community that you can think of and procreated with their women. So there's no way they can break up any of those families like that at this point.
There
Thanks to
are
all
two
the
mixed
swirl.
marriages on the Supreme Court.
But I'm talking about even at this point for him to petition for something like
Yeah,
that now, I
yeah.
don't think the likelihood of them overturning that, I just don't see that happening now. It's too many mixed families thanks to them.
He is virtue signaling because the thing is, this whole time they was whining about racism, poverty, so-called white supremacy, all that type of shit. He's trolling, y'all. He's
Mm-hmm.
trolling. If there are so many more issues in the so-called Blackistani community that need to be addressed, and he picked who laying up in the bed with their ankles in the air in front of who. Man, look, I can't. He's literally virtual signaling, and he's not gonna go
DZ,
far with that shit. Yes.
DZ, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know what he's claiming, and this is what black men do. He's claiming that the white infrastructure is sending white women into the black community to take black men.
He is
Oh,
schizophrenic. How about that part?
I gotta send you this information.
Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. That's fine. I'm not studying Umar. He is about as important as a goddamn gnat at a picnic. I'm talking about on 50 acres of land.
I
A
mean, they
complete
ought to be
clown.
ashamed of themselves. Why are you trying to hold on to women that you don't even like, don't want it? Wasn't he just talking shit about black women not
Yes.
that long ago? So my thing is, why do you care, nigga? Why do any of them care? What's the big deal? You don't want to be bothered with black women anyway. You want us gone so goddamn bad. And then as soon as we say, okay, well, fine, we'll get the hell on. And now it's such a problem for everybody. I don't fucking understand that at all. You don't like black women. You hate everything about us. You hate our hair. You hate our attitudes. You hate everything we stand for. What is the big fucking deal? And I want to ask the mammies that question too. Why do you give a fuck?
because if we leave, they starve and die, period. That's all there is to it. And
Okay, good.
Umar's fat, funky, nasty, homeless motherfucking ass need to go sit somewhere down. Sit down somewhere, because how in the hell are you going to overturn try to overturn something that's been a law that's been in effect for 60 years, and your ass can't even build a motherfucking raggedy ass school in 10 goddamn years.
Y'all,
Furthermore, if he gave a fuck about black families, he would have at least married one of his goddamn baby's mama, and he wouldn't be in arrears and child support. So fuck that fat funky nigga.
Fat,
y'all,
funky nigga. I like it.
that school don't even have a website, and he talking about he fixing to change laws. Change your draws first, nigga. Change them. Change your draws, not
Then
laws.
change the laws.
I can't. I'm not studying him. I'm not studying nobody in that goddamn community. They are a joke. What happened to the police brutality? You didn't want to write to the Supreme Court. I thought y'all was getting y'all ass whooped every time your little innocent ass is just minding your business, going outside for a stroll to walk your poodle. Then all of a sudden, this 6'8" tall white man with a police uniform comes up and asks you what the fuck's going on, victimizing you, and then whooping your ass with a baton. I thought that was the issue.
Not a poodle. Not a poodle, DZ.
Baby, I thought that y'all was minding y'all business and you was just out here trying to take care of your families and your children and building schools and shit. Then all of a sudden, white supremacy comes rolling in and just tearing your ass up. Y'all, they are clowns. They are literally clowns. I can't do this shit, y'all. I'm done.
DZ, could I ask a question real quick? This might be a
Absolutely.
little extreme, but do you think there's any way that we can maybe overturn that black men are even human without it affecting us?
Well, baby, they are a protected class, and that it'll never work. Even if you were serious right now, it would never work because black males are a protected class. Do you hear me?
I know.
Okay.
Well,
Let me show y'all something. Black men are protected class. Pay close attention.
First on 2, we now know the name of the student accused of intentionally setting fire to a University of Houston dorm. We're live with the latest. University police say he tried setting fire to the university lofts while students were inside. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Sion Rhodes.
And I'm Christine Noel. 25-year-old Kevin Ifoko is charged with arson. A judge set his bond to $100,000. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers is joining us live and has been on this story all morning, bringing us the very latest details. Brittany?
Yes, and I do have an update. I did check in with university officials. They tell me that the building has since reopened. Of course, they say they're still cleaning and assessing the area. There's still a few rooms that are currently closed off to students. But as you mentioned, at this point in time, the suspect, the student also, who is accused of intentionally setting this fire, we know that he will go before a judge around 1 o'clock this afternoon. For hours, cleaning crews have been in and out of the university lofts. Officials assessing the damage of a fire they say was intentional. Police say the suspect is a U of H student, 26-year-old Kevin Ikofo, now facing a felony arson charge. Police say Ikofo is accused of intentionally starting the fire inside, and in a statement, they say the suspect attempted to set another fire, this time outside of a campus convenience store at the Cougar Village building, where he was later arrested. Court documents filed this morning allege Ikofo started the fire by igniting a flammable liquid.
Absolutely crazy. I'm trying to go to sleep at 1 a.m. and the fire marshal's knocking on my door. It's scary. I don't want to, because we've had a few other fire alarms go off here in the last few months.
James lives in the building and says as he was evacuating, he could smell gasoline in the air.
And the smell was just pungent. It was horrible.
No injuries were reported. Video overnight shows people gathered on the lawn, clutching their belongings. Looking at the state's motion for bail, documents showed the defendant states that he started the fire that ultimately caused damage to 4 floors of the dorm because he wanted to and he could.
Did you hear it? I hope you was listening. I hope you didn't get bored with those 2 minutes. That nigga said, I set the fire because I wanted to and I can. Where do y'all think he got the idea that he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do when the fuck he wants to do it? It's because they are a protected class, and he knows that shit. He knows that shit. How many times have these niggas got let home after doing something violent? Most people don't get bail when they've done something violent. Ladies, these men know. See, y'all know they operate like toddlers, right? Just touching stuff on the table. Because they know you're just going to pop their hand and say, don't do that. Don't you do that. They are a protected class. They are just as protected as anybody with a disability in this country. I swear to you. I know this shit seems hyperbolic sometimes when I say it, but I mean every word that I say. They can't be punished. And this is why this collage and all this shit here with all these black women's faces, it's just expanding and expanding because they do whatever the fuck they want. Yes, ma'am.
I just had a thought. Really, if white people really wanted to get rid of the black community, all you have to do is take the women and the girls, marry them into other communities, and the black men will just die.
Listen, they're not willing to do that. We just had some. Wait, there's some background noise. Hold up, 1 second. We just had a woman tell. Is there echo still there? It sounded like it was echo. Anyway, y'all, we just had a woman a couple minutes ago actually try to teach black women how to have standards and they can get a good black man that way. It's still going to be bitches trying to fuck these niggas no matter what's going on. Y'all, fall is coming. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. It's a recession. Ain't nobody saying it's a recession, but it is a recession. These women still fucking these niggas, having to come to the news station to get medication so that they'll survive during their pregnancy and not die. So I don't know. I think they're always going to be around. Okay. You just have to separate yourself from them because they're not going nowhere. If a mammy got a pussy, that nigga getting it.
I mean, the thing is, you fucking them, you been fucking them, ain't shit changed. So the solution is to continue fucking them. Like that's really gonna make them straighten up when most of these niggas, well, all these niggas, let's just be real, only want a nut anyway. So that's gonna make them straighten up by you giving them what the fuck they want. Like them niggas was finna curl up and spend the night next to you bitches anyway. Let's just be real. They got what they came for, and you gave it to them. Now you can convince yourself that it's empowerment in that when it's really not. You're playing yourself. You giving them exactly what they want, which is your pussy, and you getting nothing out of the deal. He don't have to commit to you. He don't have to give you anything. That's why I say the whole thing makes no fucking sense. But one thing I do know about people, when they say certain shit, it's because they've already made their minds up, and the shit that they say after that is just to justify their decisions. So you're gonna try to justify to yourself why you think it's okay to still fuck niggas that you think so poorly of. So you're gonna tell us, oh, it's just about sex. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with emotional attachment whatsoever. Girl, you're just trying to justify to yourself why it's okay for you to fuck niggas that you done talked all this shit about when really you just look stupid as fuck. And be done. That's really what it is. Ain't no justifying that shit. If they weak, they bug broken, they conquered, they sugar booties, and they all this other shit. They want to suck dick and all this other. But you fucking them at the end of the day. You fucked them. Keep your mouth shut. That's the end of discussion. That negates everything else you just said. You fucked them.
They're trying to literally adapt to their environment. Black women, whether they're mammies or not, are realizing the environment that they're in, and that's when the choices come up. So if you know that these niggas don't want you for nothing but sex, as a mammy, you're going to adapt to your new environment and pretend like you can change your whole womanhood, right? And say that I no longer am emotionally attached to sex. You're trying to shape into something that can survive dealing with black males. So since you know they don't have feelings or a soul for that matter, you're going to convince yourself that you don't feel nothing either. It's just, I'm just trying to get a nut off. Baby, no, that ain't it.
It really speaks to what you think about what your pussy is worth, right, as a woman. It really speaks to, because if that's all it takes is for you to get horny and you to give it up, and just because you like, guess what? That's not the only group of men, or that's not the only group of men in the world that's capable of giving you a nut if that's really all you want, if that's really all that's about. So you say. So you, if all you're trying to do is get off, you don't necessarily have to get it from that one group of men. You, at this point, you just fucking them because you want to, which you pretty much admit. I'll give you that. You've already said that. But my thing is, just accept what the fuck they doing and shut the fuck up about it and stop complaining about how horrible they are as a group of men and how conquered or defeated they are. Because at the end of the day, you like sucking on that conquered, defeated ass dick. And no matter how sugary or sweet you think they are and how much dick you think they suck, you still kissing that dick sucking ass mouth and you still sucking on that shit dick after he done pulled it out somebody else's ass. So you have nothing, you don't have a leg to stand on. Shut the fuck up. You sound dumb.
Every way that they can, they find a way to make sure that they don't omit that nigga. And it's actually, I know you can hear the smile on my face. I hate to laugh about it, but when you see a clown, you're supposed to laugh, right? They doing stupid shit. They juggling around shit that don't make no sense. They outfit all fucked up. They got on too much makeup. They trying to make you laugh. So since you clowning, I'ma laugh at that. Anything to keep them niggas between your legs, and that's your prerogative. I got you.
Because the only reason I say anything is because these bitches always taking shots at us. Every goddamn time they go live, it never fails. They always gotta take shots at us. And the thing is, we're just telling them, stop fucking them, get the fuck away from them. You see how dangerous this shit is and all this other shit. And they always gotta take fucking shots. But then when we start taking our shots, it's a problem. No, keep us out your fucking mouth. But since that's the way you want to play it, let me tell you about the flawed ass logic you got going on over there. That shit crazy as fuck. And that you telling young girls this shit. You got young girls who listening to you and you telling them it's okay to do that. And you keep fucking around with these niggas and they will set your ass on fire like this nigga just got through talking about. That they are killing the ones that they fucking with, the ones that they laying up with. It's called intimate partner violence for a reason, domestic violence. These are the women that they are fucking, and these are the women that they're still currently with, or the women who have left them or tried to leave them. And you still advising young girls to do that shit. Quit trying to gas these young girls to be dumb because you don't.
Inner peace. I seen a couple of people saying Mimi called DZ. I don't see anybody named Mimi. What's going on? Is this finna turn into smoke night? Is this fixing?
It can. It can.
Is it gonna be smoke
It can.
night?
It can.
Oh my goodness! What a beautiful surprise. Let's go. Let's do it, Mimi. The link is in the chat. I'll set the mood. Hey, Kyra, welcome to the panel. How are you?
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Do you like my two-piece, DZ?
I mean, it's amazing. Okay.
Thank you. Are you about to fight in the lawn over it? Or are you cool?
No, I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right.
See, last time I've called it bestiality and you think I'm being hyperbolic. Tell me, what are you doing? We already talked about how they're grapes, cicadas, primates, and all of this stuff. And if you're sleeping with them and you're calling them all these animalistic names, then you are committing bestiality. So what is it?
They want them, boo. They want them. And it's just going to be a show for us at this point. I'll always have material, always. Either that or we're going to have some church or an award ceremony. Let them pick. I'd rather do more award ceremony. But y'all bodies keep falling all over the fucking place. I have to report on the shit. Y'all better be glad I don't want to share people's info out here because I would screen share my Gmail. It is wall to wall bodies. Wall to wall crime. Well, I mean, that's what's coming from that community in which I'm trying to get Black women to come away from. Ain't nothing good happening. And y'all fixing to find out some real bad financial information. I got some info from Kyra and that shit was crazy. This fall is going to be fierce. But anyway, excuse my rant.
What I don't understand is why are Black women, why do we have to be just so animalistic to just fuck anything anytime we get wet? Like, that makes no sense. Like what you were saying, Aaliyah, are you in control of your pussy? And
apparently not. She's not anyway.
I can't have a bitch telling me making poor pussy decisions what to do next. I can't. How does anybody get away with that shit? You have to at least have a little credibility, just a little bit. Nobody's perfect.
Scary.
Absolutely not. Huh?
No, I was reading what Mocha said. Scary, dark skin, and jealous. What? Jealous of what? What is that? What are we jealous of?
Well, don't you know she can pull a grape and you can't? You're
Oh,
jealous.
okay. So we're scared of what? What is there to be scared of?
I'm
I guess
sorry. If
I'm just
you
lost by some of these comments. What the fuck is there to be jealous of? See, they don't see
I
what I
guess we
could do
jealous.
is put a leash on a motherfucker and dog walk a bitch, and I don't really think they want me to go there for real, because then I would have to really get down and dirty and grimy. And I don't think people really want me to go there, because it won't be nothing left to give once I get through dragging that ass. Jealous of what? What's there to be
Child.
jealous of?
At this point, I don't even think what there's nothing appealing to them. There's not a turn on. They always got a sad story to tell. They're not productive. They're not even able to coherent a simple conversation. What is the turn on? There's no turn on to even
That is
entertaining them.
I
that's the
Period.
go-to. That's the go-to response to anybody you trying to give advice to, that you're jealous of them.
BZ,
There's
Yes.
nothing to be jealous
have you
of.
have you everybody's heard you are what you eat, right?
Uh-oh.
You are what you sleep with.
Well, at
I'm
least
done. You
Okay.
are what you're fucking.
And
so
they
that means she a nigga then. The fuck?
Thank
She's a
you.
whole nigga.
Boom.
Look, this
exactly. And she
no
thought that
roses is there for a reason.
Darling. I'm sorry, Kyra. Go ahead, boo.
she thinks that calling us dark is an insult. So what? We come in all shades from
The
midnight
bitch is
to beige.
colorist. The bitch is colorist. She always have
Wait
been
a minute,
colorist.
wait a minute. I'm lost. I'm lost. Who the fuck said some colorist shit?
Oh, the troll in your chat.
Oh, I didn't know what the fuck y'all was talking about. What's the troll's name? Because you got to come up now. So here's the new deal. Since you down there being colorist, right? You're gonna be required to click the link to say anything else. Because if you start some colorism bullshit over here, you gonna be blocked, boo. And look, colorism is for bitches that still like niggas. It just is what it is. It's for you black women that still like getting with black men, because that's where the colorism comes from. So Mimi or whatever the fuck your name is, you're gonna have to pull up. Y'all block that motherfucker in the chat. Block her. It might have been that one that tried to play that clip and got knocked the fuck up off of here. Listen, ain't no colorism around here. People that still worried about colorism is because they not being selected by these goddamn niggas that like lighter women. That's not our plight over here. I don't care what a nigga like. He would want to get the fuck out my face, and that's for damn sure. I don't give a damn about no damn shades of color. Do I need to go back up here and show y'all the shades of all the women that got took the fuck out by these niggas? Let me
No,
scroll back up.
what they want to put out there is that all dark skinned women are insecure and jealous of light skinned women. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Some of my best friends are light skinned and mixed women. And I ain't saying that shit just because it's something cool to say or to make that shit sound like a slogan. Because I know people usually compare that to what white people say when they got black friends. But no, some of my friends are light skinned women and they dope as fuck. So it ain't no hating bone in my body as far
Wait a
as
minute,
color
Aaliyah.
is
Well, hold on a
concerned.
second, Aaliyah. Bucky Hart, I'm gonna drop you down real quick. Hold up, because I'm making a table for her. I'm setting up a chair. I'm putting on her eat her cookware and all this shit here, because we got to eat together, boo. No, you didn't. No, you didn't with the colorism topic. Fuck colorism. Fuck colorism. Are you looking at that screen? Huh? Look at these women. None of them are the same shade. And they all got one thing in common. A nigga got them the fuck up out of here. What? Colorism. Child, please. That horse is dead. Stop beating on that horse. That's animal cruelty at this point. Just go over there and beg niggas to like you. I don't care what shade you are if you prefer them, but that's not what's going to happen here. Colorism. Are you serious? The table's open, boo. It's wide open. I'm waiting on you. Sorry about that. Buck, I heard I brought you back up because I was trying to. It's still a chair left for Mimi, whoever the fuck Mimi is.
Oh no, I just wanted to chime in. Like, we're talking about safety. We're not talking about cohabitating with these people. Like we're all about staying alive. Who cares about what color skin she has? As long as she's alive and safe, that's all we really care about.
Let's just keep it real, y'all. The majority of black women still want black men. So they bring that bullshit because they're temporarily angry at black men. Make no mistake about it. A lot of people in the clouds are temporarily upset with black men. So they come here to get their soul fed so they can hear some awful shit about black men because it's going to make them feel better because a black man has done them dirty. But as soon as they're starting to feel a little better, they're ready to get back out there. By out there, I mean back in a nigga's face because they never learn. Check the 180 videos here. They never learn and they go back and they get their shit split one more time. Hopefully they live through it. Then they come back wanting to high five. Yeah, girl, niggas ain't shit. Yeah, I'm not on that. I ain't never been with one. Don't want to be with one. Like she said, it's safety around this bitch. As far as fucking one, I couldn't tell you what that felt like. I couldn't tell you what it felt like. The reason I know what black dick looks like is because I'm a goddamn nurse and I've seen tons of them. And guess what? There's a lot to be desired with that filthy, sticking to the thigh, funky shit y'all calling some meat or whatever the fuck y'all calling it. I can't. Let me see who this is. Hashtag all. Cut your camera off, please. Cut your camera off, por favor. All right. When you figure that out, I'll get back to you because now you disconnected your device. I think it's a stalling tactic. Y'all. I'm going to kick you because I want that goddamn Mimi up here. You want to be in my comment section starting shit, you're going to have to answer for that, whore. You're going to have to answer for that. I don't know exactly what you said, but what the fuck? I don't goddamn think so. Let me quit sharing this. These women are dead and gone, and you talk about some colorism. Fuck a nigga. And what he prefers. I prefer that you keep that colorism shit out my face, right? Those of y'all that be crying and whining about colorism, you whining to the wrong people. Go whine to your niggas about it. White folks don't owe you a goddamn thing concerning colorism. That's their media. That's their magazine. That's their TV show. They don't have to include you. They don't have to correctively promote you. They don't have to make a chair for you. That was up to niggas to do that for you. So you need to hold their feet to the fire, not other people. You can't go somewhere where their women are being treated correctly and say, oh, you got to include me too. I'm also a woman. So include me in how you're treating your women. Nah, bitch, make a U-turn, go back to the corner, turn left, and then ask that nigga why he didn't make it for you. Why you ain't the standard of beauty in your own goddamn community.
Shit, they niggas called them darkies, dark butts, and night riders, and every damn thing else they could think of. That's the reason why I never look at another one of them motherfuckers ever again. I mean, are you for real? It's really an honor to be desired by them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
They playing, man. They literally playing. They still want these niggas and pretending like they don't on some nanny boo boo type shit. If you're not gonna leave, just go back over there. They already know that you prefer them anyway. They know you're not going nowhere. That's why they keep telling you you ain't worth a fuck. That's how they could complain about your weave and then sell you some weave. Did you hear what I said? They can open up weave shops, sell your weave. Hell, they can even rob the weave store. Oh, you think I'm going left? That's what you think? Hold on a second. Because y'all think shit's a game around here. Go.
Yes, Daniela, here at the Beauty Bee Hair Company, they sell hair extensions, wigs, all natural human hair, but you never know that looking at this place because it has literally been ransacked. I mean, the thieves cleaned this place out. All they left behind were some empty cardboard boxes, and thank goodness little Remy here was left unharmed. Everything else.
I'm glad they didn't screw the dog. Let me put that out there. Yeah, this weave shop is owned by a black man. It was also robbed by some black men because they can clown you and then turn around and tell you, hey, queen, I got some weave. That's how stupid you motherfuckers are. That's how stupid you are. Come on.
Is gone.
When I got here, it was in shambles. Everything was all over the place.
Tonight in the Galleria area, Houston.
There's your sons. They all over the goddamn hood, selling you weaves, robbing places, R-word motherfuckers. They everywhere. Everywhere. And you talking about some colorism. Fuck that shit.
Police investigating a hair-raising burglary involving 3 brazen thieves at the Beauty Bee Hair Wig Store on Westheimer. The thieves breaking in last Wednesday morning at 4 a.m., ransacking the place and taking more than 100 different hair pieces worth thousands of dollars, leaving the store virtually empty.
They took about 100 bundles of hair. They took about 40 frontals, 40 closures.
That's your business owner in your community. No doctors, no lawyers, no cops, no nothing STEM at all. He gonna sell you that funky ass ponytail and then turn around and complain about the shit in your face.
But DZ, you're being too hard
So
on
altogether,
him.
it's like $29,700.
What may be most surprising are the lengths these burglars went to get into this place, scaling high fences with barbed wire over and over again as they threw their loot into a nearby parking lot, and then the unique way that they broke into the store in the first place.
It's not like the owners of this store were unprotected. In fact, they actually had a security bar right here to keep thieves from kicking this back door in. But the thieves found a way around that too. They cut the hinges of this door off using a circular saw. Then they took a large pole and smashed in the door, and then they bent the top of this door forward so they could climb over the door and get inside.
They
did all of that, but don't know how to change a tire.
See, this is
go ahead.
No, this is why you can't take black people seriously. See how they do black owned shit. See, they all this complaining about what black people need to do, how they need to come together, what they need to. But soon as somebody gets some shit, it's some black owned shit. This is what they can count on their own people to come in there and do. Just break in and steal all they shit. And y'all wonder why y'all ain't got nothing.
I agree with FTJ.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought was an insurance scam. This nigga here, he doesn't want to be shown on camera because he don't want to be associated with them. Because somebody will say, "Oh, ain't that your cousin on the camera?" Oh, I thought that too. I don't trust none of them. Hashtag all, bitch.
They didn't even
Hashtag
have
all.
an alarm, like a proper alarm system for that amount of hair and value. So yeah, it's some scamming.
It's on you, Kyra, and then I'm gonna see who this is in the back.
My thing though is the same black man who's belly aching about a robbery. How many times did he turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the store down the street when they got robbed? See, they're no good black men because they don't give a fuck except when it happens to them. But I think you're right, it's a scam.
Why were they?
Hold
I have
on
one
a
question
second.
too. Okay.
Hold on a second. Me. Let me explain to you. I'm not tech savvy, so this is where you're wrong at. Mimi, if you're blocked out of the chat, right? That don't mean you can't click the link. You can bring your ass up here as much as you want to. What you're not gonna do is twerk in the chat. Secondly, boo, if you were blocked, you wouldn't have been able to send that super chat. Huh?
DZ, somebody called Creole Queen said in a private chat, these jealous dark-skinned rats got me messed up. They scared though.
Okay.
Scared
of what? They talking shit on the internet. This bitch said, "Swing by my crib." Did you think I'm coming to Florida?
Child, wait, I see Creole Queen. Let's go. Creole Queen. Is this Mimi / Creole Queen?
No, I'm light skinned. No.
And
so what that got to do with anything? What do you want? I'm not a black man, so what is that going to get you from me?
Most of y'all dark skinned women are shaped like linebackers, baby.
Okay, if you say
your
so.
skin color is not going to save you, honey. It's not going to
so.
save you.
So
it doesn't matter.
On the stage,
this shit is weak as hell.
Okay, she sound goofy as hell. They crazy as hell.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're dark skinned and you're nappy headed, boo.
Oh, yeah, I'm nappy headed. Oh, so let's show everybody your colorist. Now your texturist too.
I'm colorist, I'm texturist, and I'm featurist. Now what?
Oh, and you proud of that?
She's trolling.
From your arms, boo.
She trolling.
Okay.
You're not exempt, honey.
Hold on a second, Buckeye. This corny bitch is trolling. Okay, she's trolling her ass off. Don't go nowhere though, bitch. Hold up, y'all. You're trolling. This shit is weak as fuck, darling. Let me tell you something. How you gonna call somebody dark skinned and you ain't never seen me with your raggedy ass? You are something else. You need to find something else to do. And stop putting that gorilla glue in your head because you losing it, boo.
This is the equivalent of meet me after school on the playground so we can duke it out at 3 o'clock? Is that what we doing? Grown ass
Catch
women,
me outside.
girl, bye. Catch me outside. That's what we doing.
Let me move this out the way. Y'all see Creole Queen is up here. So before she go to another spot talking about they blocked me and muted me, she up here and her shit is unmuted. So get your lying ass on. Anything else, you dumb retarded ass bitch? Anything else?
The reason why y'all hate black men is because they don't want y'all because y'all too dark skinned, y'all
Girl,
too.
I'm grateful for that, baby. I'm grateful for that. That's what we're grateful for. Understand that first.
Been jealous of me.
That's what we're grateful for, bitch. They're all yours. They're all yours. My skin tone is my protection, baby. They all yours. Okay? Understand that. Why the fuck are you over here talking to me about a nigga? I don't give a fuck about a nigga, bitch. You do apparently.
Put a perm in your head.
Put a perm in my head. Oh, so now you're telling me to relax my
Blessed and
hair.
highly favored, honey.
Oh,
Blessed
So
and
look,
highly
look,
favored.
look, I'm assessing the situation. Don't go nowhere, Creole Queen. Do y'all hear this fucking shit? It's the voice change for me. It's the 13-year-old on the playground for me. It's the I want to tell you I'm better for black men for me. It's the you dark skin. I guess I am dark skin. Whatever this cartoon lady is, there it is. And black men don't want you for me. Do you know what a black man is? What is a black man, Creole Queen?
He's a king. Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's the low level trolling for me, y'all. Let me.
It's the universal.
It's the low
Fifth
level.
dimension for me.
I want a better troll than that. I want a better troll than that. Please, please, I'm begging you.
She trying to derail the conversation because we're talking about black men, and when she get her ass off the phone, we're gonna start right back talking about these motherfuckers and dragging them. She ain't stopped shit.
Anything else, Creole Queen?
I don't know. Maybe try to grow your.
Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I'm bored, y'all. I'm bored. I thought that on a Friday night,
Tag
I
me
thought
in,
the
DZ.
trolls. Okay, hold on a second, because we got a lag. Let me see who that was. Okay, go ahead, Eve.
I'm sorry, but I hate when somebody's always talking about just because someone's light skinned don't make them pretty. Okay, that I don't even understand that. Yeah, she knows that.
Make no mistake about it. She knows that. She's on a troll situation.
I
She
know,
knows
it
what a
just-
black man is. She knows all this shit. She's bored, darling. She's sitting on that couch, and that couch smells like her whole pussy. Let me tell you something. She been on that couch all day, only getting up to go pee, right? She set her DVR to go ahead and watch Basketball Wives later because she doesn't like commercials. You know, she want to watch it straight through. I'm telling you, she is on a love seat. Half her ass is on one pillow, the other half is on another pillow. That room smell like piss, fish, and her device. Do you understand me?
She probably looks like Easy E.
Listen, she's sitting there, she doesn't want to pass by any mirrors because it's kind of scary when you look the way Creole Queen looks when you pass by a mirror. She said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and troll these bitches tonight. I know 10-year-old girls that could have came up with better roasts than that. I know that the fumes from between your legs is probably making you a little dizzy, but check this out. Niggas will fuck anything. You can go ahead and get you one. Honestly, whatever shade of brown you are, right? Because everybody's a shade of brown. You can get you one. You got better shit to do. Roasting is not your calling. It's not. I don't know if your mama, mammy, or whoever told you that, but it's not your calling. Trying to make your voice sound nasally and that type of shit like this, darling. I just finished listening to several clips that was sent to me with somebody talking like that. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I'm good. Okay, that was weak. I'm looking for somebody to come up here with some stats and say, bitch, you lying. Because if you go to .com, it says this and this ain't happening. And you made this number up and that type of shit. That's what I'm looking for. That bitch came up here and said, grow some hair. She wasn't even worth the Sparta flip flop. You feel me?
Oh my gosh.
That's why I don't play with these mutts. They got fleas.
I'm bored. Creole
She
Queen, you
looks
gonna have
like
to
a
get
face with monkeypox, probably.
Child, don't disrespect the monkeypox patients like that. Don't disrespect them. That wasn't right. You tried Creole Queen. Bye, girl. Go
I
ahead.
think she's right though. She might, because Aaliyah, remember last time you were telling us about how some of them have monkeypox in the back of their throat from all that
Yep.
deep throating? That might
Mhm.
be what was causing the issue with her voice.
Oh, that may be a possibility, very real possibility. That's what happens when all you do is swallow calm all the time. I mean, so yeah, I could see that.
Child, listen. Let me see who else back here. Shelly Beautiful. If you're a troll, please try to beat Creole Queen. I don't know why I can't say that. Creole Queen out. Come up here with a better rose. Are you dusty?
I never you hear me?
I don't even know how to answer that. You was going in and out.
Okay, 1 second.
All right.
Shall we get back to what we was talking
Yeah,
about?
because I gotta remove this. Go ahead, boo.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me better now? Yeah, it's Creole. What's her name? I was trying to get up there to roast her ass, man. She left already, man.
Well, she wasn't saying
she's
nothing,
gone.
so she had to go. I gave her 3 fucking chances, and she just was. It was weak. It didn't give me goosebumps. I didn't catch the Holy Spirit for her.
She sound like that fat bitch. And oh, I'm sorry. She sound like that fat whale who came with her black man that didn't have and she had
Shelly, I gotta
jump the turnstile.
I gotta put you out, Shelly. Nobody can hear you, boo. Try again. Go out and come back in. Gemini, welcome to the panel. How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Absolutely.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I've heard majority of it, but I was cooking. But I came to ask a question.
Okay.
Actually, several questions.
Well,
because this is still mind-boggling to this day. Why are these trolls coming to a panel of women who don't give 2 fucks about black men to come here and say stuff that black men would usually say to
Okay,
a
let me
preference?
answer
Like,
that.
no one cares.
Let me answer that, Gemini. Your brain has 4 quadrants and 2 hemispheres. Creole Queen is missing some things in the area. She's very, very touched. And the registered nurse and myself will not let me clown her really hard. She's clearly touched. She probably had her speech prepared, got up here, got a little antsy, and then all she can say was, "You doo-doo head." You know, it just, it is what it is. Next question.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at the doodlehead middle school type shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that's what it was.
But I'm just sitting here like, why are you so worried about us not
They're
wanting
always
to
worried about
pursue
us.
black men?
They're always worried about us, okay? They're gonna always be worried about you. They need sister wives. You guys are leaving, and it's gonna make it uncomfortable for black men. Y'all don't understand. These women are soldiers. They are soldiers with bunions and bad breath, and they don't want you to leave. They want a man to themselves. They do. Honestly, they do. But they know they can't have that. So to keep the black male happy, you have to stay. You have to play sister wife to these motherfuckers. You got to be there. And they all fucked up in the head about it. Y'all don't believe me, but y'all gonna find out that fat meat greasy. Hello.
I guess, they send them over here and they think they successfully derailed the conversation. I guess they'll get some Scooby treats tonight or a pat on the head for doing that, for attempting to derail the conversation.
They're not even getting that, Aaliyah, because to be honest with you, I was watching a panel earlier today where this lady, it was a black dude, and he was trying to basically pander. and he was getting on other black men or whatever, doing the shit he do because he know people purse open up when you got a dick and you say stuff bad about black men. Anyway, she came on trying to get Dusty Snacks, trying to throw everything off and say that it's all white men's fault because of racism, because of oppression, because they don't want our kids to be taught in school. She was on that sister soldier shit, right? And he was like, nah, we can't blame it all on them. So even when they try really hard, they can't get the Dusty Snack that they looking for. They doing a song and dance trying to figure out what these niggas want. And I've already told you what they want. And it's not you. So no matter what you're doing, you're going to get chastised by these niggas, if not unalived. Okay? It is what it is.
Honestly, I think they're scared right now. They're scared. There's too
Think who's
many.
scared?
The black men, they're scared because we are walking away and we're showing it. And so many actions. We're not even saying it, we're just doing it. For them to bring out an article about how lonely they are, it speaks volumes. And they're trying to scare black women to come back. And they got their mammies like in full force trying to put
Well, if
out
that's
their
all they
rhetoric.
have, that's not gonna work. If all
It's
y'all got
definitely
is
not.
Creole Queen, that's not gonna work. That's weak. I can't with Creole Queen. That baby needs a little bit of loving. She needs a treadmill and she needs some attention. And goddamn it, that's y'all women. You should be doing that for them. They begging for your attention. You got somewhere to lay your head. These black women love you to pieces. Why don't you go ahead and shack up with one or two? However y'all do the shit. Okay? I done got all the way off track.
I
Look,
mean, I wonder, are they aware of how dumb they sound when they keep calling women dark skinned who are far from dark?
thank
Like,
you. Aaliyah done seen me before. I'm not even that. I'm fucking mid-level.
imagine being that dumb. I mean, you are nowhere near dark, but
Thank
okay.
you. They gonna be all right. Let
Even
them
dark
think what they
skinned
want to.
women, they're so beautiful. Like if they just put a little bit of oil on their skin and how the
Hey. You
sun
might not
being
want to
on
go
them
to. Wait a minute,
and make
Bucky.
it
I
all.
know. Hell no. That got to be on purpose. Bucky, I know you can hear me when I talk because you reply to me when I say something. Continuing to talk and trying to pretend like you don't hear me, that's not gonna work, baby. You got to have a little bit of etiquette up here, boo. I don't mind you being up here, but the conversation got to be the conversation. Whenever you start talking, it's like you don't give a fuck. You just not gonna shut up at all. You don't care who's saying something, and that ain't gonna work, boo. We'll try again next time. True Grail, are you dusty?
Nope, I'm not dusty. I just want to say to that lady who got up here, I just want to say it for you guys. Like, fuck her. Fuck
Absolutely.
all her with no lube, a big stick, and just a boot in the face. Like, it just blew my mind what she was saying. I was like, why is that coming out your mouth? But then when you said the stuff about how they're scared that women are leaving the community, they won't have the sister wives, I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. She's trying to dominate you, to control you, and I just give her no credence. Like, light skin, dark skin, whatever you are, like, she was just horrible. So fuck her. And I'm so glad you are here. And she was crazy. So that's it.
Reed was on that banner right there, True Girl, before you go.
Are y'all really bothered by her? Hell
no.
What?
No. Girl on fire? No. I was hoping for a little bit more dig, I was hoping for a little bit more, maybe intelligentsia. I don't know, but something other than that. She just being roasted, she gonna be all right after she lose 50 pounds, I guess.
But you know what? I hate to say this, but this thing on the screen that you got really summarizes. Let me shut my window. Really summarizes. It's sad to say, but what the black community has become, like, they're just about hair. Like, I don't know. It's crazy the stuff I see with the beauticians and the black men, and that's like the only industry that they control, but they really don't control it like they should.
They don't control any industry. They don't control not one industry, not even soul food, and that was supposedly a black creation. They control Absolutely nothing. You can't name something that you can't boil it down to white men. I'll wait.
Oh, no,
Okay.
you're right. Yep.
They don't control that fucking industry. That's why them packets cost so goddamn much, because he had to buy it from Ling Ling and them. Okay. He had to buy that shit from Ling Ling. He didn't make that shit. And like homegirl said in the comment section, this shit is a whole insurance fraud. Sorry, not sorry. He showed them how to get in that building. If he didn't, well, shit, count me wrong. But him not showing his face, as much as black males like attention, as much as they like attention, child, please. They have their dick sucker right up to the mic anytime the news is in their neighborhood. Talking about, yeah, they ain't had to do me like that right there. So yeah, I smell an insurance scam.
I believe it was an insurance scam, but the reason why I said that too, because remember that story that came out a while back where it was a black girl that was a salon owner and she was selling her own hair. And remember they broke in and robbed to try to rob her shop and killed her. That story came out a while back. So this is not the first time that happened. And it's like, and her shop was in the hood too, because that's what she called herself, trying to stay in the hood with it. And that's why I say every time they get something, this is what they turn around and do. And then they wonder why they can't have nothing. So it's like, if it was an insurance scam, I wouldn't be surprised. But if it wasn't an insurance scam, the fact that they robbing and looting each other's shit, this how they treat their own people. That's why they never gonna get anywhere. Period.
I don't want them to get anywhere. That's just the truth. I don't. Can y'all imagine what this motherfucking existence would look like if Tyrone them controlled everything, all the resources? Y'all would be out in the field, chained the fuck up.
To be honest with you, I don't even think they would enslave black women with the hatred that they have for us. They would just put ropes around our necks and just be done with it.
Can I just say something real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, put your mic in the back on mute so that it won't echo. Yes, jump in.
Yeah. So like I said, it's very important for black men not to have any power. That's very important. It's more important for us not make sure these men stay out of power, because all they do is use their power against us. That's all they do.
They've already stated, especially in the Hebrew Israelite area, that what they would do if they got power, you would basically be a servant and a washer. And what is that shit called? Oh, god damn it, the words escape me. They just come in and have sex with you. It's not sex slave, concubine. That's what it is.
Right.
You'd literally be a concubine. You're not a prize to them. But if they controlled shit, this world would look horrible. Horrible.
Well, they had control at one point, right? And look what has happened. So that should tell you, well, like before slavery and stuff, and I would say, how these stories about them being the first humans and all that. I don't really believe it, but I don't really believe that. But let's go based on their logic.
That's the wrong way to go, pro-white male, based on nigga logic.
I know. No. Trust me, I'm very aware, but nothing about it. This is why I'm saying they can't have any power, because nothing about their logic makes any sense. If you go by their logic, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's why so many black women are dying, because they keep going by their logic.
Exactly. That's why I said at this point, with the rate at which they take us out, I don't even believe that they would even bother trying to enslave us at this point. Their hatred is so deeply embedded, and you could just almost see the hatred seething in them, as far as the heinous acts or crimes that they're committing with all this rage. Like a lot of them, they are going into overkill with a lot of these murders now. They don't want to just be free of you. They want to end you. It's almost like they're trying to erase you with the viciousness. And it's like,
let me drop you down or put you on mute. Pro white, you got like a little echo in your microphone. So,
oh, I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if you're not speaking, go ahead and throw yourself on mute, because we can hear everything 2 times when you unmute your mic.
But like Mocha was saying, all the countries that they are supposed to be in charge of all destitute. They are complete shitholes. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Shady Misfit, are you dusty?
Hey, whore.
Shady Misfit, are you dusty?
No.
Okay. Now you
That's
can troll.
Keisha, ain't
And child, everybody, Keisha. Keisha got a whole bunch of body doubles around this bitch.
You a
Shady Miss,
whore.
I know. My husband calls me that sometime when we fucking from the back. That shit be so goddamn good. And I'm
Nah,
telling you,
babe.
Shady
You're
Misfit, let
not
me tell
there.
you what be let me tell you what happens, right? We be getting it in, right? And then when I turn over, because we always finish from the back, baby. That's me and his favorite goddamn position. So once I turn over and he grabbed my hips and be pulling it towards his pelvic area, all kind of shit be coming out of his mouth. So some nights I probably am a whore. Some nights I probably am a whore. So anything else, Shady Misfit?
That's the shit. That's the best kind of hoe
Grow
to
some
be.
I'm
hair.
telling you. Ain't it good though?
Grow some
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Grow some hair.
Oh, this you again. Oh. Shady Misfit, I'm sorry, boo. I didn't realize that you had a learning disability. Will you accept my apology?
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, look at there. She also has Tourette's, ladies. So
She
she's sitting
said the
there.
B word.
Yeah,
She said the B
she
word.
she jiggling in her seat in that funky pussy smelling seat. Talk about shut up, bitch. Grow some hair, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shady Misfit, I apologize. Bye, dumbass.
Look, I don't understand. They don't seem to understand that they missed worship service on Tuesday. That was their chance to get baptized. We're not having worship service, so you need to wait for another time.
Yeah, that wasn't the drink that you spilled, Shady Misfit. That's the sweat coming from between your thighs. It's kind of shaped like a T. That's what patients used to leave in the seat, y'all. It's a wet area that's shaped like a T where they coochie
Can we
was.
get back to what we were talking about? 'Cause see, I know that the only reason I'm saying that because I know this is what they wanted. They wanted to successfully derail our conversation, and now this is what they're doing with all this trolling.
Well, shit, you got the floor. Hit it, girl.
I mean, no, weren't we gonna talk about the dumbass therapist? Can we talk about? Can we move on and talk about her? Cause see,
You
these
kick it
bitches.
off. You kick it off. Go.
Okay. You want to play the video? You got a video queued
Oh,
up?
I don't have her video. I was just gonna drag the bitch and call it a day.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, let me just say the black woman therapist got exactly what she deserves. And she gets no sympathy from me at all. Because, see, this is what happens when you pander to niggas expecting Scooby snacks. And these black men and black women showed her exactly what they think of her and her advice. I mean, did she think that they were going to thank her for what she said? Hell no. And they helped her ass right out of her position, and she has no one to blame for that but herself because she was trying to be cute when she was bouncing around all half dressed, acting a damn fool on camera. You know, how many times have y'all heard us say on this channel to stay far the fuck away from these black female therapists when you're seeking therapy as a black woman?
Mm-hmm.
She is a prime example of why we say that because her primary concern is not black women and girls. I mean, because when you think about it, nothing in either video that she made spoke about the depression, stress, anxiety, damage, anguish, or trauma, or anything like that that black women and girls face. Which lets you know that even when they do get in a position to help out their fellow sisters, the only things that's on their mind is coddling grown ass black men. So all she spoke about is how much she loves and cares about black men and how they need to heal. And to be honest, that's all you'll ever hear from the majority of black women in this community, including the bitches calling up here tonight. That's proof of that. It's all about them and their feelings. And they expect other black women to stick around and deal with all this dismissive shit from black men as well as other black women. And then they try to gaslight us and call us narcissistic and tell us to suck it up and grow up or stop being drama queens. See, we aren't allowed to be affected by anything as black women. But just think about it. If she had given the same message about getting therapy to black women, I think people would have praised her for attempting to hold us accountable for our actions. But when you come from a community where the men can say whatever the fuck they want to say about you, no matter how fucked up it is, and no one sees an issue with it, but at the same time, the men are above critique, and you better not say anything negative outside of praising them. Otherwise, the whole community will just have you canceled. then you'll see the problem that divestors have also. Because this is exactly the way they treat us, as you can see. As long as these men are talking shit about us, no one is showing up to troll them or cancel them in droves. But the moment we start matching these niggas' energy,
It's a
that's when it's
problem.
considered dangerous and unacceptable. You see, it wasn't dangerous or unacceptable for them to call us hyenas and German shepherds and scraggle daggers and hair-hatted hooligans and bastard baby makers. That was accepted for many years without any pushback. And they didn't hesitate to line up to try to check us about it though. Although they sat on their asses and said nothing all that time when it was being done to us. So can you guess why they were so silent all that time until it was time to try to check us or distance themselves from us? Could it be
The
because
the
go
black
ahead, DZ.
community, the black community is enjoying what happened to this girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Her first mistake was put yourself on mute, Leah. It's a background. But the first mistake she made was giving a fuck about the black community. That's your first mistake as a black woman. Second mistake, she came out here and told them her name, told them what she is, told them where she worked, and put her face on it. I told y'all last time I saw y'all, anybody that's jumping their ass on here and putting all their credentials, I mean, correct credentials, all that shit up front, they're only going to be able to tell you half truths, because if they tell you the whole truth, they're going to get fired, because
But
black men are a protected class. She shouldn't have brought her ass up here with that bullshit. I don't feel sorry for her. I'm sad that she lost her job, but I don't feel sorry for her. You put black people first, you put the black community first, you get what you get. I'm so tired of that shit. I really am.
But see, that's just it. When you think about what she was really saying, and I watched all the videos that she did, and my thing is the way she was, the begging and the pleading and the shit that she was talking about, everything she spoke of was of her love for them and how what was going on with them and how she was trying to help them. That girl don't give a fuck about black women. She even said that damn near all of her clients are black men. Therefore, as a black woman, I just said she can kiss my whole ass, because the same way what I'm going through is of no concern to her. The fact that she was showing out for them niggas and it backfired on her is no concern for me. So I'm not about to make her a martyr that sacrificed herself and her career trying to save black men. She was mammying her ass off no different from the rest.
I
That's
called
it.
her a
That's
mammy.
all.
I called her a mammy last time we was up here, and somebody was like, "She's a mammy." I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
She was mammying her ass off because what she was doing, she thought that she was gonna get brownie points for that. That's why she came out trying to have that shit, all that cursing she was doing. She got all this swagger and she all up in the camera, half dressed and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And I'm thinking to myself, but then when she come back. And you see, it's a fellow black woman that did that shit to her. And how long have we been talking about these black women and how far they will go to protect these black men?
Exactly.
She had to find out all that shit for herself. That's why I'm saying this shit we talk about all the time. And I specifically said, I know you talked about Mammy's doxing like almost a year ago.
Exactly. That's
And
what they do, because they want to see you fucked up.
And it's like we had already talked about this. So when she came out and I saw them videos back to back, and I just listened to her, and I said everything out of her fucking mouth is all about black men and what she think needs to happen with them for them to be better. These women, even when they reach her level of education or whatever, black women and girls that are in her image still are not at the top of her list of the group of people she's trying to save.
Mammies
They're
don't give a
still
fuck about
all
other black women. They don't.
exactly. They're all about coddling grown ass black men. So I can't feel sorry for you. You don't give a you did not make us your priority when you had the chance to do so. Since that's what you were focused on, she got exactly what she wanted to see. This is what happened. Mammy ain't gone wrong. Let that be a lesson to you.
She won't be the last.
And
Go ahead, Kyra.
did you guys see how she doubled down after she got doxxed, trying to blame the whole thing on white supremacy?
Yes. Bitch, please. Are you kidding me? That's proof what happened to her, that mammies are just as dangerous as niggas. You ain't gotta say no more. Look at this shit. A black ass woman doxed another black woman in favor of black males. Can't make this up. Let me see who back here. Oh, we
You
got a
know,
shitload of trolls. Go ahead, boo.
I think what really pissed me off about the situation is that like I said, you had did the video about this over a year ago, but then when I saw so many of these women wagging their fingers at the woman who got doxxed, like y'all have done the same fucking thing to other black women in this same space.
Uh-oh,
We
shade alert. Shade
we
alert.
watched you do it.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
We
you.
watched you
Shade
do it.
alert.
But they had a nerve to talk about other people. And you bitches need to have self-receipts. Everybody wants to hop on their soapbox, when calling other women bitches. Well, you might not call them bitches, but you do turn around and call them every other nasty name that you can think of, from ghetto to hood, rest the birds and everything else.
Oops.
So I'm still trying to understand how these bitches can be so nasty and so self-righteous at the same time. And I've always said, you can say whatever you want to say about us, but at least we don't make any apologies for the shit we do and say we don't talk shit about people and then try to claim the moral high ground. But you got bitches that have not only tried to dox other black women content creators, but they did it on their live stream by trying to purposely reveal that lady's whereabouts and locations to thousands of people in
Yeah,
her
that was
chat.
fucked
And
up. That was
she
fucked
sat,
up.
yes, and she sat her funky ass over there and did that, and we all saw it. That's what killed me. And I'm like, you of all people are really gonna sit here and talk about this the way we have sat here and watched y'all dox each other? We have sat here and saw you do it. You have put people pictures up, people goddamn social media accounts up. You have set other black women up to get fucking dragged simply because they said something you didn't like or something that you didn't agree with. They've been doing that shit. And I'm like, y'all hoes really don't have no room to talk when y'all have tried to false flag people's channels and false report people's channels.
Oops.
You set up fake troll accounts to try to frame people for online bullying. You doctor fake receipts, and it's like, oh, and one of you bitches even went so far as to call DZ a predator with no proof of that and nothing else to back that up, simply because a baby divester clicked her link one day and DZ talked to her briefly. So why would you try to put something like that off on somebody that you don't know and have never even met? That just goes to show you y'all some dirt ass low down bitches right here on YouTube. But then you run back to your channels and act like your shit don't stink when it gets no lower than that. They'll run back to their channels. Go ahead, Kyra.
DZ, I just want to I have a quick question to piggyback off of what Aaliyah said, and I'm glad Aaliyah kicked this off. Did Raggedy Soap or Hypocrisy ever apologize for what they did back in February to you and the ladies who support you?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not. And we good on that. That no apologies. Because the thing is, the best thing to find out is who somebody is. Once you recognize who they, ladies, when you see a red flag, just take note and keep going. Take note and keep going. You ain't got to turn around and tell the nigga or the bitch or whoever you found out some shit about why you leaving. Just leave. That includes in these relationships. Get the fuck on, okay? It is what it is. All I have to do is sit here and talk about the black community. I don't need to dox anybody. The truth of the matter is this. I don't want to see any black woman hurt. I don't. Even people that don't like me. She's a black woman. I don't want to see her hurt. I can say I don't agree with that bitch. That bitch tripping. That bitch is hypocritical. But what I don't want to happen is some nigga to pull up on you. That's what I don't want to happen. I don't want that for no black woman.
And those chicks, and to add to what you're saying, DZ, those chicks, what was the point of infiltrating your private groups and whatnot? She was trying, both of them, they were trying to expose your followers, not even necessarily you, but expose those of us who support you. And what? To get us fucked up physically, to get us to lose our jobs. That's what they were doing.
But, exactly. Boom. That's why I brought it up. And when I heard them sitting on, several of them bitches sitting on their ass had the nerve to actually speak on this shit. And I'm like, you hoes sit down and don't say a motherfucking thing. You don't say shit. Y'all have done the same goddamn thing.
They gonna be all right though. Y'all mammies are dangerous. And I don't care what level of mammy they are. You can have somebody that you know, and every now and then you see some shit that she's saying or doing that you know she's trying her best to be divested or sovereign or whatever the fuck she's calling herself. But let a police shooting happen. Let somebody say something she doesn't agree with. She turns into a solidified USDA approved motherfucking mammy. Period. So any level of mammying, I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not the person to sit up here and tell you right is right and wrong is wrong. That's some mammy shit. We got some background noise. That's some mammy shit. That's some shit that the black community taught y'all, right? Right is right, wrong is wrong. Listen, black men have never taken up for me. They haven't taken up for you. So I don't give a fuck if somebody did fuck him up. I'm not taking up for him. Okay. Reciprocity is my middle name. God damn it. There has been nothing created for you ladies by these motherfuckers at all. Nothing. You're not the beauty standard, and they make sure your image is trash. So if a cop fuck up one of these motherfuckers, that's their business, not mine. Not mine. Pedicure time. You hear me? Frozen yogurt time. Zaddy time, bitch. I don't care what's going on with them.
But you know, go ahead, Kyra.
I wanted to add, see, this is why DZ warns you ladies to steer clear of black women who still entertain black males, because you see what they'll do. All to please a grape. They will backstab other black women. They will try to get you fucked up. All why? To get a Scooby snack and a pat on the head from some random grapes. That's all they do. That's why DZ tells you to steer clear of non-divested black women, because you never know when that knife's going to come in your back. Truthfully, before all of that stuff that happened back in February, neither of those girls were really even discussed in your Discord. I know. I've been in the Discord for a good minute, as you know. I know who we kikied about, and neither of them were really on our radar, good or bad. It's only after they started bullshit.
They swear somebody was
Like
already talking about them. But if that was the case, why they can't produce some proof that they was being talked about all the way back then? Nobody was talking about them motherfuckers. They just wanted a reason to justify the shit that they sat up here and did. But then they wanted, what irritates the fuck out of me is that they want to preach black women's empowerment like they give a fuck about black women and girls, when practically all of them have been sitting alongside one of these dusty ass manosphere niggas while he was dragging black women, especially black American women who date interracially. And now everybody's so motherfucking pro interracial dating, when you used to shit on women who date out right with the niggas y'all complaining about. And whether y'all know it or not, a lot of them pro-black roots are really starting to show, and people are slowly seeing a lot of you for who you really are, and seeing that y'all are full of shit. And I'm seeing it in the comments every day. People are noticing how fickle and wishy-washy and fucked up a lot of these messages that y'all are sending people. And the killer part about it is, y'all tried to throw the divestors, and mainly us, up under the damn bus, and it's you that are being exposed for who you really are. Because say what you want about us, but our message has been consistent from day one. It has never changed over here. People are noticing that you can pretend to be one thing one day, and the next day you're shading and throwing rocks at people and hiding your hands and removing live streams and all that shit. But that don't change the fact that once you put something out there, it's already out there. And a lot of these masks have started slipping in front of people because you can only fake it for so long. So that's
And I was gonna say, and notice what we do. Yes, we might call out. Oh, sorry.
No, it's somebody came up from off mute and they shit was playing in the back. Go ahead.
Notice, yes, we might push back against other content creators, but we still have decorum and boundaries. We're talking about their public social media presence and confining it to whatever's on public social media. Do you see us going into their private Discords, their private Patreons, and exposing them and running live streams about them? No.
But again, it's more back to that fake black women's empowerment, that snake shit. And so that's why I say I'm glad this happened, because this needed to be said. It needed to be said a long damn time ago, but I just don't like that fake shit. And then when you got the nerve to run back to your channel and try to wag your finger at somebody for doing the same thing that you have done on this shit yourself. People have saw you fucking do it. You shut the fuck up and keep your mouth shut.
Ladies, just be careful out here. That's what you have to do. Jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out. It's all right to be wherever you want to be on YouTube. Just make sure you don't share anything that's identifiable for to you. I don't care how much you're getting along with the person, how much you agree with them, how much listen, I have ladies that's been in my Discord for a couple years. I still don't have one address, one real phone number, one real email address because I live by what I speak. You don't need to be sharing the email that you pay your bills with and where you get your receipts at and that type of shit. It's not that we don't trust each other. It's that it's not a good idea to share your shit online. And that's just the end of that. But we always have a camaraderie back there. We have a good fucking time back there. Shit, sometimes we argue with each other. It is what it is. Then we get that shit together and come back. Don't share your shit with people online, especially wishy-washy ass mammies. And god damn it, don't do it with niggas either. I beg of you not to do it with niggas because y'all see what happens. But that was just a little tidbit of advice and a little bit of where we coming from with the bullshit, because there is a lot of hypocrisy going on out here. I'm having problems with the colorism shit. I'm having problems with the racism shit and all this shit that's in the black community. And we all looking outside that community for somebody to come fix our shit. Them people are not your daddy. Divest from the black community and fix your life. Fuck what the rest of them are doing. I wouldn't give a damn. That shit could be burning down behind you. Run and get the hell on, because it's nothing but a dog eat dog shit fest back there. Just all it is. And that includes some content creators, unfortunately.
Yes, they harassed that Nigerian lady, just like they did that lady that was married to that Proud Boy. They stayed doing shit like that to other black women and would jump their ass online with the quickness and then try to preach to somebody else. It's like you ain't got no right to be trying to jump on no type of moral high ground whatsoever. The way you bitches have behaved, and we have sat up here and watched y'all for months sit up here and do this shit to each other. Y'all can't never say no divestors got up here and did that shit that y'all been sitting on y'all ass doing. Y'all can't say we participated in no shit like that. We might talk our shit and get the fuck off here, but when it comes to some real life, grimy, dirty, low down ass shit, that's you bitches that's doing that shit.
Ladies, y'all take a look at this motherfucking screen here. When I tell you all, I mean all, and I know a little bit of y'all get a little touchy when I talk about, minors and what they can do or whatever. These minors come from a community that has a horrible culture. So you have to take that into consideration before you just look at the numbers, okay? This little girl here, because 15 is a little girl to me. They were trying to say at first that the little boy it was an accident. It was an accident. Y'all need to protect this little boy. I hate that it happened, but y'all need to protect him. He's a child. He's this, he's that. After a little bit of investigation, accident my ass. He was mad at that little girl because she didn't share her Gatorade with him. Okay? They learned this at an early age that you are disposable. Okay? How did that 9-year-old boy know that a 15-year-old black girl was disposable? How did he know that? That's because he hails from that community. Now, use your common sense and make sure you treat people the way they need to be treated at your job and, just going about your day-to-day duties or whatever. You can't be walking around here saying, get that little 9-year-old motherfucker away. No, use your common sense, use your logic, and keep yourself safe. These people are different, okay? Even after the little boy admitted that, yeah, I shot her because she wouldn't give me that Gatorade, they still went to protecting him. Oh, he's a kid. Oh, kids, they not in touch with their emotions. Da 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 da. Okay, how does that explain the 30-year-old that does it, the 5-year-old that does it, the 50-year-old that does it? That's because they all come from that same community where you don't mean a goddamn thing. I had some other shit for y'all. Hold up. Okay. Man accused of throwing woman to the ground, attempting removal clothes in Walgreens. If y'all have ever been to a Walgreens, now this was in the daytime. If you've ever been to a Walgreens, a CVS, a Rite Aid, any of that shit, it's light in there. It's very visible in there. There's other customers there, and there's cameras there. These dudes here, they don't have to abide by the rules everybody else abides by. Thanks to the mammies, they getting bail. They're able to commit crimes in public. They're able to get out and do another crime and all this shit. They're not even waiting till other people aren't around. This particular dude went after the SA while there were other customers there. Y'all got to keep your head on the swivel. It is going to be a very interesting fall. I tell y'all this every time I talk to y'all. Labor Day is in what? A week? Not even 2 weeks. It's coming, and it's coming quickly. If you got your heart on your sleeve, snatch that bitch off right now. Get it the fuck up out of here. Between the violence and the money shit that's fixing to go down, let me show y'all this, and then we gonna drag. Darlings, it's real out here. Get your ass away from that community as quickly as possible. Okay, this is in Kyra shared this with me. Okay, and I know you guys know some people who have children that are on free lunch, especially with the C-19 situation and all that shit. It's getting up out of here. Let's go.
As students head back to the classroom, there is new concern from parents about the public schools in their communities. Brand new NBC News polling finds just 37% of parents say they feel pretty confident in their school's ability to help students catch up with learning loss due to COVID. Even fewer say they feel very confident about schools having enough teachers and staff available to meet.
You want to know why they don't have enough teachers? Because every time your son catches an attitude, you go up there and get his teacher in trouble because she told him he need to go to the office. I wouldn't stay there either. There's not enough money in the world that would make me be a teacher in public school, especially if your sons are there. Let's go.
Meet the needs of students. And just 30% say they are pretty confident in active shooter preparations. For the first time in 2 years, breakfast and lunch won't be covered for everyone
Now, this news story here is very, very kind to you mammies, because when I was coming up, and even now, damn near 100% of the Black children that I know eat free lunch, period. Unless they're children of means, children of celebrities, or whatever. Almost all of them on free lunch. Okay? Y'all, it's getting ready to get real. If you know women that are your friends, you know, the ones that be in that Power Ranger goddamn position, and they kids eat free lunch, guess who they gonna start borrowing from once this program is over? Her friend. You up to bat. You are up to bat. Put some distance, because it's getting real. Fall is here.
Federal pandemic era program has ended, leaving schools and families scrambling to cover the costs. Emily Ikeda explains.
In front of you? Yes.
This is what I mean by they were kind to you. Looking at the numbers in our so-called community, 77 to 80% of these children don't have a father in the house. They made sure they looked out for you. So go ahead and tweet the news and let them know thank you, because they could have dragged y'all. Instead, they used this woman here.
Single mom Jamie Bunges has relied on free or reduced price lunches for her 4th grade son since he was in kindergarten.
What does that extra money mean to you?
Savings. I can put it towards groceries. I can put it in my gas tank.
She says paying for his lunch would cost her more than $1,000 a year.
I added it up and it was like $118 a month. And if you do that times 9, it's over $1,000 a year. So to me, it was like, oh my gosh, because I also have to, buy groceries.
It's a lot of money for families already tight on cash, especially those impacted by the end of the federal free school lunch for all program.
We're going to stop there. Check this out. A little bit counts. Y'all know what the Black community looks like, baby. That little bit can send somebody's monthly budget in a tizzy. Ladies, I know you tired of my mouth. I know you are. And I know y'all tired of hearing about this recession. It's a recession. Remove idiots out of your life. When people are hungry, they tend to be irrational. When they don't know where their next meal is coming from, or they don't know where their rent money is coming from, and you sitting there painting your nails, you're going to be a target, ma'am. You're going to be a target, because you remember in the divestment of yesteryear, it was, oh, I don't care. I'm going to wash my hair. Oh, I'm lotioning my elbows, ass bitch, and I'm unbothered. Okay? You go around these hungry ass people with your unbothered ass, and you're going to get bothered real quick. You got to put some space between you and them, you and they sons, you and the mammies, you and the pygmies, you and these ashy ass motherfuckers. You can't do how they tell you in some of these femininity courses. You can't do that. Take your feminine ass around some hungry niggas and watch what happened to your feminine ass. What you need to do is make sure you know your gun laws in your state, your weapons laws in your state, and get ready for what's coming in October and November. And it's going to crescendo in December because for some odd reason, Black people, they celebrate Christmas the hardest. You know, that's a bargaining chip. Sometimes I ain't got no money for my kids' Christmas presents this year. Ass bitch. Okay? Keep everything in context and y'all take care of your goddamn self. I'm begging you. I'm going to end this on a light note. Hold on a second. I know it's a real shift, but hold on one second. Y'all, Black men are the ones that left these women like this with all these children. And for you to still be having them on your radar, you need your ass whooped. I'm just going to keep it real, right? Black men are the ones that are hung up on race as a relationship topic. They're always talking shit about you. When you divest quietly, because this lady I'm getting ready to show y'all, she divested quietly years ago. She's the archetype and the phenotype of a woman, a Black woman that they said could never divest, could never go do better. Nobody's going to want her. Are you kidding me? Well, her and hers was out, and here come the Naker, call himself making a joke. Let's do this.
Are you racist?
I'm not racist.
Not racist.
No, I don't think so.
You don't like Black people?
Why?
I just figure like you don't like Black.
Why you don't shut up and leave him alone?
Oh, are you his wife?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he owned you.
No, you don't. But
I think it's the other way around.
Oh my God! Can I have some of your chips?
No.
No, can I just have one?
I'll buy you a bag.
I'm just getting one of your chips, please. Just one.
Anyway, y'all saw that woman. Y'all saw that woman. Y'all saw her. If you were questioning whether you can leave the community because of what these niggas have told you, they're wrong. They're wrong. That woman was overweight. She was very dark skinned, and it sounded like she had a speech impediment. She was still able to leave and find love. You heard what he said when the nigga said, I thought you owned her. He said, it's the other way around. There's somebody out here, if you are looking for a relationship that's going to love you, that woman right there is proof all by itself. Don't let nobody tell you you too dark. Don't let nobody, the Black community, no, don't let them tell you none of that shit. It's all lies, and it's a scare tactic to keep you in that community. I hope that clip was able to make some of you ladies feel a lot better that were questioning yourself. If you get on your goddamn shit, she wasn't wearing a lace front. She wasn't taking femininity courses. She wasn't wearing fingernail polish. She was at the fucking grocery store with her other half. Let's watch that one more time, and I'm gonna get y'all the fuck up out of here because I thought it was amazing until that fucking asshole came up with that very disgusting joke.
Are you racist?
I'm not racist.
Not racist.
No, I don't think so.
You don't like Black people?
Why?
I just figure like you don't like Black.
Why you don't shut up and leave him alone?
Oh, are you his wife?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he owned you.
No, you don't. But
I think it's the other way around.
Oh my God! Can I have some of your chips?
No.
No, can I just have one?
I'll buy you a bag.
I'm just getting one of your chips, please. Just one.
Yeah, ladies. Everything that the Black community told you was false. What's right is right and wrong is wrong. All white people are racist. Just remember, everywhere you go, you gonna be Black. They don't want you. You ain't cute enough for that. Ain't no white man gonna want you. Ain't no Asian man ain't gonna want you. You too fat. You too this. You too that. You too whatever. Right? Don't let them do that shit to you. The shit is all lies. Get yourself in a safe area and start a project. Do you? All of you can be done. All of you can leave the Black community. You do not have to sit up and give yourself to Black men. I don't care what other content creators tell you. It's not true. You don't have to deal with the bullshit in the Black community. The Black community is not your responsibility. What's your responsibility is your safety and the people you keep around you. That's it. That's all. I am headed to my Discord. I love y'all to pieces. I'm out.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Good night. Enjoy your weekend.